Okay, Jen. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for joining this session. We put a hand and say Namo Tassa. Okay. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, thank you we have few newcomer joining in. All right, so we already finished the session of the Paramata Panyati. It's a two truth for us to know. When we live in society, we need to use the concept about you and me and I. But when we meditate, we still need to focus on just mind, metta, nama, rupa. So we already finished the Lupa, 28 Lupa in a very, not to say very detailed, because if too detailed, I think you all cannot catch up, since this is just a very basic diploma. So we just go through the 28 Lupa and see which one we can use. Actually, most of them can be used in meditation. It depends how skillful you are. Like you see, when my hair is very hot, I can contemplate on my body is my rupa is suffering. I need to take shower, I need to drink water, and when the heat is very hot, there's nothing to do, right? And then the four elements, I cannot control the water element, the sweat is like now you can see my face very sweaty also, and the body is very hot. So, and then we need ahara. Finally, the electricity was totally lost. I switch off all the equipment except the refrigerator, because it also remind me that's the truth. We can survive without Wi-Fi, without handphone, without TV. Here also no TV. We also can survive with no other entertainment, nothing at all here. Yeah, as a nunnery, as a meditation center. But if we don't have food, we cannot survive. That's why when the electricity was not enough, the solar power also not enough, I turned off everything, including the fan, electric. I only left the refrigerator, because food is very necessary for us to maintain the body. And the food you need to put in the refrigerator, because the weather was very hot. Even at night time, it can be still 31, or maybe just drop down a little bit. So finally, the electricity also gone. Totally electricity is gone. So even the refrigerator, also have to switch off for one night, because no electric, the solar panel, the one that get from the daytime, it power the battery, but at night time the battery from the electric from the battery also gone. So the refrigerator also needs to switch off for one night. So you can see here, that's how we need to find ways to make sure the rupa survive. For the nama, actually, sometimes it's quite easy, because sometimes is when we are living in a critical condition like this, so we don't need to worry so much about nama, need to focus more on rupa. Okay, there will be no time for us to indulge ourselves in depression and so on. But if your rupa, your body is good, okay, you got all the food, you got all the enjoyment, you got all the entertainment, then people also sometimes have problem with the nama. They will have depression, they will have anxiety. That's why it's necessary for us to know how to maintain the rupa. It's also necessary for us to know how are we going to maintain the nama, right? So nama means made of two. One is chitta, there's consciousness. Today is a cetasika, mental factor or mental property. So we are going to look at cetasika today, right? So before I go into the lecture notes, I hope most of you have print out. So basically, you need to adjust very simple idea, okay? First is one eye. This eye is divided into nama and rupa. So we already finished the 28 rupa, the body. So the nama is divided into two. Okay, one is called chitta and cetasika. Chitta is the consciousness. Cetasika is the mental factor or mental property. So this cetasika, it gives color to the chitta, right? So chitta is just aware, like aware of the sound, aware of the sight, aware of the object. Chitta is just, the main purpose is just awareness. But the cetasika is the one that make it more, you can say make it more interesting. Like it has the contact, it has the feeling, it has the perception, it has the greed, it has the hatred. Okay. But without the chitta, the Cetasika cannot survive. So Chitta and Cetasika need both each other, but the main one, of course, is Chitta. All right, so I will go through the note. This the note, I think most of you have this one already. How come there's echo here? Yeah, okay. All right. And I also use another one is this one. All right. Okay. How come there's echo here? Well, okay. All right. Because I cannot see who is having the mic on. So if you, any of you, like Jen, you are the co-host. If you see those who are not have not unmute, you please unmute them. All right. Please mute them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, all right. So this is another book that I will use because it's very, very detailed. Okay, how come there's echo here?
So again, you have to switch off the sound for the other one.
Okay, you mean my side, right? Is it?
Yes, on your side. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's my fault. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's very stressing because the hot weather. All right, so this is the one that I will use. Comparison Manual of Abhidhamma. So for those who not see this book, this one already out of stock. You cannot find no more in Malaysia. But you can buy if you want from Amazon. It's very good for those who really want to study Abhidhamma. So we will be on the page 76. Okay, so okay. All right. Okay, you can see my notes is simple with the in Chinese, very simple because I get for another book called The Fundamental of Abhidhamma. So this book, if you are interested to learn the Pali, you can learn together. So Cetasika, Sangaha, Vibhaga. Cetasika, mental factor, Sangaha, compendium. Kind of like collection in a way. Vibhaga is kind of category here. So this is the Pali and this is the English. Okay, we look at the, okay. Mental factor, Cetasika. Right, so before I go to this one, so we go back to the first chapter. I hope you all remember. So these are for those who just join in, all right? Okay. So basically, we need to know the I belong to this Nama Rupa. For this Nama Rupa, we break down to Rupa 28. Then this Nama is divided into Chitta and Cetasika. Chitta, consciousness, Cetasika, mental factor. So Chitta, Cetasika, these two combined means Nama. So of course, if you want to break down, there will be Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana. All right. So Chitta and Vijnana are same meaning, consciousness. So we will study the Cetasika first. Okay. Nama is mind. So if you, I better put another meaning here. So the mind, okay. Yeah, it's made of possible 89 or 1-to-1 chitta. Chitta means consciousness and Cetasika mental factor. The nature of mind is simple. It is just like the Cetasika gives color to the mind. So you just imagine the nama. This is just a kind of like simile here. It's not to say our mind really arise in this way, all right? So just imagine the nama is in the middle. Consciousness 89 or 1-to-1. And it has many Cetasika around it. Okay. So the Cetasika gives color to it, right? For example, if the Lobha, greed, mental factors, okay, Lobha Cetasika means greed mental factor arises, then the mind become a greedy mind. If a dosa means hatred, aversion, Cetasika arises, then the whole mind become hateful or angry. Okay, so it kind of like really give color like a dye. You put red color, it become red color. You put green color, the water all become green color. It's like this. So the function of my chitta is knowing. Vijja nana. Right? From the vi prefix, nya become ja, and then the nana, ana, or awareness. So not all consciousness chitta and all mental factors cetasika will arise in person. Due to cetasika, the chitta will become kusala or akusala. Chitta and Cetasika are mutually related. Cetasika depends on Chitta to arise. So just imagine the Chitta is the main one. So when this Chitta arise, then the Cetasika will arise, but they have a mutual relationship. Okay. When we say mental factors, we have 52. Not all the 52 will arise. It also depends on circumstances. Okay. When chitta arises, there are mental factors that depend on chitta. Those have to occur depending on chitta are called cetasika. So cetasika means, the meaning of cetasika means depending on chitta. All right. It's same meaning. It's just this one from the Sayadaw Dr. Nandamala. All types of cetasika are able to arise only by depending on chitta. So main thing is this chitta. Without chitta, cetasika cannot arise. But a chitta can arise without some of the cetasika. So actually the whole thing is just saying that the chitta, this is the main one. And some of the cetasika will arise with it. Not all the cetasika will arise on it. But the cetasika must depend on chitta to arise. But when they arise, they have 4 conditions. They arise together, they pass away together. They have same object, they have the same base. This means that the time they arise together, they will pass the same time. So if, for example, if I consciousness, the I consciousness will take we call it the side. So the Cetasika also will take the side. Okay. So like eye base means that the eye sensitivity retina, right? So they will have the same base. Eye consciousness and the Cetasika will have the retina as the same base. So this is just a simple introduction. And then this is some more detail here. So before we go to the other second page, we look at the explanation in this one. This is a same Pali like this, okay? Eka upada, arise together. Nirodha, cease together. Eka one, alambana, same object. Watuka, base. So they are non and mental factors. So Dhamma, this Dhamma, 52. Dwe is 2, Panyasa, 50. 52 Dhamma, Matasika. Mental factors, Mata. Mata means unknown. Okay, this is a Pali one. Now, this book gives lots of explanation. Okay, maybe ask one of the students to read. Mingxi, you read this one, please. Yeah. These 2 paragraphs, yeah.
Okay. Guide number 1 until where?
Just try to finish this page. Okay.
Wow, this way. Okay, and I'm reading from the hard copy. Yeah.
Okay, good.
States associated with consciousness, Cetu Yuta Dhamma. The second chapter of the Abhidhamma Sangaha is devoted to the classification of the second type of ultimate reality, the Cetasikas or mental factors. The Cetasikas are mental phenomena that occur in immediate conjunction with Chitta or consciousness and assist Chitta by performing more specific tasks in the total act of cognition. The mental factors cannot arise without Chitta, nor can Chitta arise completely segregated from the mental factors. But though the two are functionally interdependent, Chitta is regarded as primary because the mental factors assist in the cognition of the object depending upon the Chitta, which is the principal cognitive element. The relationship between Chitta and Cetasikas is compared to that between a king and its retinue. Although one says the king is coming, the king does not come alone, but he always comes accompanied by his attendants. Similarly, whenever a Chitta arises, it never arises alone, but always accompanied by its retinue of Cetasikas. In the Companion of Mental Factors, Acharya Anuruddha will first enumerate all the mental factors in their appropriate classes. Therefore, thereafter, he will investigate the mental factors from two complementary points of view. The first of these is called the method of association, Sampa Yoga Naya. This method takes the mental factors as the basis of inquiry and seeks to determine which type of Chitta each mental factor is associated with. The second point of view is called the method of combination or inclusion, Sangaha Maya. This method takes the Chitta as primary and seeks to determine for each type of Chitta which mental factors are combined within it, that arise and cease together with consciousness. The first verse defines the mental factor by way of four characteristics that are common in all of them. They arising together with consciousness, ceasing together with consciousness, having the same object as consciousness, having the same base as consciousness. These four characteristics delineate the relationship between the Chitta and its concomitant Cetasikas.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Yeah, all right, thank you. Okay, so the main thing is here, I think this first paragraph is important. And then just now the arise together, cease together also important. Okay, all right. So main thing you just need to know that these two help in the total act of cognition. So if you have this book, you just underline it. And they must arise together. They cannot be separated from each other, but they have independent function. Okay, so the main example is the king and retinue. So this is very good example. The consciousness is like the king, but the king does not come alone. You come with a minister, like the finance minister, or maybe the security guard, because all of them have different function, but only the king is the main important one. So it's like consciousness. Sometimes I don't write all, but we can, as we go, we can add on more notes. Okay, so what is their relationship? So we can just put here. You have space, you just write inside your book. Okay, so yeah, your handout. So like the function. Okay, the simile is the king traveling or with his retinue, right? So all of them have has or have different function. Okay, but the main important one, the important person is the king. So the king is the chitta, right? Retinue is the Cetasika. So they all have different function. The king will be the leader. So the others will be follower, but they travel together, right? So that's why you all remember this one. Arise together, pass away, same object, having same base. So sometimes if like this kind of text is too difficult to remember, so sometimes what I do is I always do some diagram to help myself because it's easy for me. So take it like they having the same object. This is the object here. And then they arise together like this arise. Okay, they cease together. They're having the same base. Okay, so sometimes you can do this kind of meaningful charts for you to learn Abhidhamma, because if not, we call it the Abhidhamma is a lot of information. So sometimes it's not easy for your mind to process all the information. So the best way is do this kind of diagram like this one. All right, this diagram where you see the consciousness is the main one, or do like this kind of diagram where it arise together, where it cease together, having the same object and having the base. So I write this kind of diagram for during my time for me to memorize the facts. If not, it's very dry. All right. Now we also need something like this one, okay, for us to remember the function between the chitta and Cetasika. So the king is a chitta. Retinue is a Cetasika. Cetasika means is many different 52. All right. So we already know the Cetasika got 52. But of course, the king will not travel with all of them. Maybe at certain time when the king goes somewhere, he will bring only a few people. At another time when he go for another place, he will bring another group of people. So this is good for us to remember the simile. Okay, so let's go back to the text. So this from the first paragraph, we get the most important thing. They travel together. So the Chitta, Cetasika, they travel together. And it's like king and retinue. So it's good to remember all these simile. So it makes us easy to remember. And then this is also important. Yeah, because you will learn this when you learn, it's important because when you are learning other chapter, you always come to these facts together and it help you to remember the working between the Chitta and Cetasika, and also they have the same object. Actually, we are talking about one object. You know, base means only one base here, so they cannot be two objects or two bases. Only one base. Where does it go? Sorry, the cursor travel very fast. Okay, so we finished page 77. This is a comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. All right, there are some extra facts that you will understand later, but not here. Okay, because you need to know other chapter also. Okay, now it's always good to remember the Pali. All right, Sabba Chitta Sadarana. You see the end dot here, lingual end. Sabba or Chitta. All consciousness. Sadarana means common to all consciousness. These seven. This seven is under the ethically variable factor. So the English actually is kind of like very deep also. Anya Samana Cetasika, 13, all right? So under the 13, there will be this universal. Sabachita Sarana. So katam in Pali, how? Taso Vedana Sanya Chetana Ekagata Jivindriya Manasikalo Chati Sata 7 Ime this Cetasika. So I read this one fast because it's not important, but for those who want to learn Pali, you can learn yourself. Okay, so go back to my notes. All right. So the first group is this one, Anya Samaya. Anya Samana. Okay, sorry, Anya Samana. So 52. So when the king travel with the king is like the chitta. He travel with the retinue. Retinue is a Cetasika. So 52, he will not bring 52, only some of them. So what are these 52? Anya Samana, 13, all right? They can arise in the Kusala, Akusala, and also other chittas. Okay, so better put. Okay. Because we are talking about not Kusala, Akusala, also other Cetasika also. So 13, common. That's why the English word is very good, common. This is common one. But Akusala, 14 is unwholesome. Unwholesome, of course, unwholesome Cetasika, 14, can only arise at the Akusala Chitta. And 25 beautiful Cetasika. So we are talking about all these are Cetasika, okay? Beautiful Cetasika, 25, can arise only in beautiful Chitta. Okay? So you got 13, 14, 25. 13 is common, 14 is akusala, unwholesome, 25 is beautiful, sobana. So 13, 14, you got 17. 17 plus 25, you got 52. That's how remember when we learn Abhidhamma, there's a lot of numbers. Besides the Lupa 28, so this is another number you need to remember. 52 are divided into 13, 14, 25. So you just remember 52 divided into 13, 14, 25. 13 is common because they are common to all the chittas. Akusala means akusala only happen in akusala. Akusala means unwholesome, all right? So unwholesome consciousness.
Shreyaji, does the beautiful also is like wholesome? Similar to
Beautiful.
wholesome?
Yeah, so better. Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
maybe better is wholesome, but you also refer to lokotara, you know? Yeah. Okay. So I think just leave the word beautiful first, okay? Because
Oh.
lokotara is also considered as a wholesome is only kusala, Bande. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So just leave it because there are 59 here. Okay. So 13 is common, 14 is akusala, 25 is a good one. So just think the sopana means the good one. So 13 is common, 14 is considered unwholesome or bad one. So 25 are good one. So you got the normal one, got the good one, got the bad one. Just think it like that. All right. So 52, you got 13, 14, 25. 13, 14, 25, you add together, you get 52. So I hope you all are good in calculation because there are many calculations. All right.
Sayaji,
Yes.
Sayaji. Now, I before we go further and before I get lost,
Okay. But don't get lost. It's only
yeah,
starting. Okay.
the chitas is
Yeah.
awareness. Chitta
Yes.
is awareness.
Yes.
Then awareness can have akusala.
Yeah. Yeah. Even like when somebody kills somebody or somebody do a fishing, he also aware of the fish. Yes.
Then that type of that awareness also
Means
divided
good or
into
bad.
good or
Good or
bad.
bad or like common. Sometimes you have awareness, but it's not good, it's not bad, it's just a common one. It may be just a very neutral feeling on you're not doing anything good or any bad, just something in the middle. All right.
So here, the common one is either good or bad. The
Good or bad
second
and also others.
and also others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and also
Yeah, yeah.
others.
Yeah, better I
Then
leave out the word the others. Yeah.
then this unwholesome one arise only during
In
akusala.
yes, akusala chitta, unwholesome one.
Is there
Okay.
no overlap between the 13 and 14?
Oh, we will study this later. All right.
Okay.
We haven't go to the detail. We are just in the from the big
the numbering.
category. Yes, in the big category of 52, we just go inside the 13, 14, 25. All right.
Okay. All right.
So remember when you study the 28 lupas, there will be how many? 4 Mahabuddha and other things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the number. What? How many? 4. Then what?
24.
Then the 7. Then 7. Then what is it? The 2, 1, 1. Like this, all the numbers. But what is the purpose of numbers? The purpose of numbers is for us to make sure that you remember what is 13. What is 13 of them? What is 14 of them? What is the 25 of them? Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Now you want to know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have the 13 can divide into 7 and 6. All right. This is just a big chart where it covers everything. Okay, so it covers all the 52 in these charts. So we will go through this 7 first, and then there will be 6 here. Then before we go for the 14 akusala, unwholesome, and then the 25 sobana. Okay. Okay, this is the first one. Anya means others, okay? Samana, common to others. What is common to others? Means is like I'm common to him, he common to me, means that it's very common everywhere. That's why the Chinese 通一切 means it's common to everything. So when you study the old chitta, you will study all this kusala, akusala, kriya, and vipaka. So this one is next chapter, right? So we go for this one by one first. Okay, now there are 7 of them. You already have this in your pinout. Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya, Manasikala. Okay, so can you all remember the Pali? Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya, Manasikala. So how are you going to remember this? For me, I remember in my way, okay? I remember Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya, Manasika. I remember the first letter, okay? Or you can remember in whatever way you can remember. But it's easier if you remember the Pali than remember the English. Okay. So my handphone lost battery. Okay, let me charge the handphone first. Yeah, it's the power supply. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, now this one we call it common to others. Anya samana means is a universal. Sometimes another word, sabachita sadarana. Okay, universal because they're associated with all the consciousness. So all the consciousness when they arise, they will arise with phassa, vedana, sanya, chetana, ekagata, jivindriya, manasikala. All right. So all the chitta, when they arise, they will arise with these 7. So this means that any basic chitta, they will be having this. Any of them will have this 7. This is confirmed one. Phassa, contact, or we call it mental touch. It's like it just touched the object. Vedana, feeling, all right? But sometimes we have the terms feeling is kind of like we might thought feeling is kind of like emotion or whatever. So it might be quite like emotion when sometimes people translate the word emotion might sound like more like kind of like a very strong feeling or whatever. But actually a lot of teacher just means that it just experience the object, just experience the taste of the object. Sanya perception. There's also another translation. There are some different translation, but perception should be quite near one. The Chinese is 想, but actually 想 might have different meaning also. It's like marking the object by the way of its feature. Chetana. Chetana is different translation also. That's why sometimes if you're going to remember Abhidhamma, it's difficult if you just remember the English because they are always different translations. So just better remember the word Chetana. So normally in the Buddha say Chetana is the one that create the karma. So Chetana can be translated different way as motivation, volition. Volition is common one used in the bhikkhu body. Stimulation. Sayadaw Dr. Nandamala, he preferred the word stimulation or motivation. Ekagata. Eka is one. Gata. Ekagata, one-pointedness, is a unification or fixing the mind on object. So this is actually to do with samadhi or is samatha. So samatha, they are trying to develop this one. All right. But of course, when all the chitta comes, they will have this ekagata, but it's not so strong like in the moment of jhana. In the moment of jhana, this one is ekagata, where the mind fixed on the object is very strong in the jhana. Here it just because all these mental factor arise, but their quality might not be so strong. Okay, their degree might not be strong. It's just little bit only. Jivita and Indriya. Jivita, Indriya. You see this one, Jivita Rupa. In the Jivita Rupa is the one that maintain the body. So this is the one that maintain the mind. So faculty of mental life. It not only maintain itself, it also maintain its associated. Because what's the meaning of associated? Associated means we are talking about things arise together. Okay, like the chitta and cetasika, they arise together. So associate. So manasikala means attention. So I put the word avert, but you can write down another word, direct. So Dr. Nandamala prefer the word direct. Direct the mind towards the object. So remember just now we are talking about when Chitta as a king, all right? As a king is a main one. So when it arises, it will arise with all these Cetasika. Basically, these seven must come together. So like the king when travel, he will bring these 7% because these seven just like the king brings these 7%, so the chitta will arise with these 7 of them because they are very important for them to experience, to touch with the object, and so on. Okay. And beside these 7, so you have something to remember today, 7. For those who take an exam, you at least have to remember the Pali and English also. Okay. And this is common aya samana. So it's common. This means that all this will arise in the kusala and akusala also. So they are into 6. So these 6 are also important, but they will not arise. They will arise also with only some. So means that all the 89 chitta will not arise with only some of them. Vitaka, Vichara, Adimokkha, Viriya, Piti, Chanda. Okay. Vitaka, Vichara, Adimokkha, Viriya, Piti, Chanda. So how do you remember? You just have to remember like this. Or for me, I remember the first letter. Okay. I will remember the Vitaka, Vichala, Adimokkha, Viriya, Piti, Chanda. So that's how I remember. Okay. Now, Vitaka. So we just go through briefly before we go to the Bhikkhu Bodhi book again. Vitaka means normally translated as initial application. It's different from this Vichara because Vitaka and Vichala always come in the jhana factor. Vichala is sustained application. But even you look at this English word also very technical. So the simple explanation given by Sayadaw Dr. Nandamala is this one. You put the mind on the object. All right, this is very simple explanation. Vichala sustained application is after you put the mind on the object, you just keep the mind on object. Right, so that's very easy to remember. Put the mind and keep the mind. Adimokkha, decision, sometimes different translation again. You have to just remember the Pali. So decision, determination, resolution. Some they just say you release the mind on object. So it means that you focus on object also. Viriya is translated as effort or energy. Piti is joy or refreshing the mind and body here, especially the mind. So because when your mind have piti, your mind is very refreshed. So when you have piti, you don't feel sleepy. When you sitting for meditation, you feel very sleepy because there's no piti. So the mind is very lazy. Chanda is a wish, zeal, or desire to act in a good or bad way. Okay. So this 13 is, we call it, they arise in good or bad consciousness. All right. So that's why the meaning common to others. They common good are common to bad, bad are common to good. So they arise universally. But minimally, these 7 must arise. Okay. Now what we do is we just go through some very quick about this. So we are going to Bhikkhu Bodhi book to look at it, and we are trying to fill in the blank. What is the simile for Phassa? What is the simile for Vedana? What is the simile for Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya, Manasikala? And what is the simile for Vitaka, Vichala, Adimoka, Viriya, Piti, Chanda? All right. So that's how we can digest the facts, because if not, they are just a facts. Unless you can compare simile, or we use the word comparison. Okay. You can compare with something you know, then it's easy for the mind to remember. Like just now, the king is the cheetah and the retinue is the Cetasika. Okay, so easy to remember.
Siale, Siaji.
Yes.
Siaji, I'm still stuck with Zivindriya actually, the faculty of mental life. Didn't understand it clearly.
Not yet, not yet. We will
Oh,
go
okay.
through this book. Okay, we'll go through this book. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So now we go to the Bhikkhu Bodhi book. So out of the 52, the first group is called Anya Samana Cetasika, 13. So 52, the first group is 13. So remember, just now we say the number is, because it's Abhidhamma, so there's always some number. So you have to remember 52. The first number is 13. Second number is 14. The next one is a 25. Right? So 13, out of this 13 just now divided into 7 and 6. So we are going to study this 13. This one is the first one that we study based on this reference book 13. Okay. Katam, how? So this is the Pali. Katam, how? For those who study Pali, you'll be able to pick out the Pali. So in future, I also open another Pali course for those who are interested. Katam, how? Paso is a masculine here, contact. Vedana is a feminine. Sanya is also feminine. Chetana is also feminine because a long A here, all right? Ekagata should be feminine also. Jivindriyam, for those who studied before, you notice that this is with the M dot, so it's a neutral one. Manasikalo should be masculine, yeah? So, Passo, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriyam, Manasikalo, Cha. Cha is N. Chati, Cha and Iti, all right? For those study, I explained for those who study Pali before, right? Cha and Iti. So, Cha, Iti become Chati. Satta is a 7. Ime is this, okay? Satta, Ime, Cetasika, mental factors. Nama is term. Is nama is like in the Malay word nama, your name, termed, universal. What is the universal? The word universal, the Pali word is a sabachita. Sabachita means every consciousness. Sadarana, common. Common to all consciousness. So these 7 are, we call it universal mental factor. All right. So this is important to remember. So these 7 are called universal because the translation, it will be common to all consciousness. That means that all the chitta, so we call it the 89, 89 chitta or 100, 121, okay? One. So the Cetasika, when they will arise together with these 7, okay? Because these 7 are called universal. Phassa, here is in Paso, all right? But Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya, Manasikala, these 7. All right, so these 7. We have not go through in detail. We will go one by one here. Now, this is the Pali. This is the translation. And how are you going to read this book? The guide, okay? Guide to number 2, and it will explain in very detail. Okay. Okay, now you explain the word. All right, we'll ask another one to read. Ashin Chanda, can you read this one? Ethically variable factors. Please read this paragraph, okay?
The ethically variable factors. The first 2 categories of mental factors, the 7 universal and the 6 occasional, are united under the designation anasamana, freely rendered here as ethically variable. The expression literally means common to other. The non-beautiful citas are called other, anna, in relation to the beautiful citas, and the beautiful citas are called other, in relation to the non-beautiful citas. The 13 Cetasikas of the first 2 categories are common, tamanna, to both beautiful and non-beautiful citas, and assume the ethical quality imparted to the citas by the other Cetasikas, particularly the associated roots, hetu. In wholesome citas, they become wholesome. In unwholesome citas, they become unwholesome. And karmically indeterminate
Indeterminate.
citas, they become karmically indeterminate. For this reason, they are called common to other, that is ethically variable.
Yeah, please continue. Yes.
The universal Tabbasita Tadarana, the 7 universal are the Cetasikas common Tadarana to all consciousness, Tabbasita. These factors perform the most rudimentary and essential cognitive functions, without which consciousness of an object would be utterly impossible.
Okay, thank you. So these 7 universal, they are very essential of very function. Okay. So these 7. Okay, so these 7 are very fundamental. Rudimentary and essential cognitive function. Because like just now we say the cheetah is like the king, all right? The king when travel, of course the king, he's been the leader, but he cannot take care of everything. So he need a lot of his minister retinue to help him. So like cheetah, when it arise, he needs the cheetah, it needs all these 7 universal to help it perform the very basic cognitive function. All right, there will be something that touch, something that feel, something that mark, something that motivate, something that unify, something that maintain the life, something that direct to the object. All right, so these are these 7. Okay, now we will go through the contact. The first one you need to learn is contact. Okay, next person. Okay, Vincent, can you read? Vincent Lim, yeah, new member today. This one on the contact. Yes.
Okay, contact. The word phassa is derived very small.
Pusati. Very small. Okay.
The word fasa is derived from the verb fasati,
Pusati. Pusati.
meaning to touch. Pusati, meaning to touch, but contact should not be understood as the mere physical impact of the object on the bodily faculty. It is rather the mental factor by which consciousness mentally touches the object that has appeared, thereby initiating the entire cognitive event. In terms of the fourfold defining device used in the Pali commentaries, contact has the characteristics of touching. Its function is impingement, as it causes consciousness and the object to impinge. Its manifestation is the concurrence of consciousness, sense faculty, and object. Its proximate cause is an objective field that has come into focus.
Okay, thank you, Vincent. All right. So this is important. So any of the Abhidhamma you read, there will be four method they are trying. There will be characteristic. Okay, here you will see the characteristic. Then there will be function. There will be manifestation, and then the proximate cause. Proximate cause means something that causes it to arise. So I think here is very clear. It causes the means contact, okay? And it causes the consciousness and object to impinge. Impinge means just kind of like very simple, just touch together. And then manifestation means you will see the consciousness, sense faculty, object, concurrent. Concurrent means they unite together. So, all right. So which one is important? Yeah, just take it the simple thing, mental touch, all right? Mental touch. Okay, there's some more. This is a chart in this book. Okay, Sam. Okay, now when you look at this, all right, so we are trying to find a simile or an example that we know. So anybody can give a simile. Like just now, the cheetah is the king. Cetasika is the retinue. So anybody can give a simile for this contact. All right, anybody try? Because we are trying to fill in this one, simile or comparison.
Connection.
Connection. What kind of connection? There are various types of connection. So what kind of connection? Is it brother call? Yeah. Just now who say something, cannot hear. Yes, what kind of connection?
A connection between the king and his retinue. I think so.
Because we are talking about contact here is all right. So let's say
Saiji, you want example, is it?
yes, simile.
What if we look at the tree, then we saw orange or something sour, then we salivate. Salivation. Okay. We got.
Okay. Just give one word or one short example. So you mean you see something?
We see a orange or let's say lime.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we salivate. Saliva comes out from the mouth. Okay.
So you mean the contact between the eye with the side, okay? Eye with the side.
Yes.
All right. Okay, but what is the simile for this contact? We are looking for the contact, the simile for this word contact. Can you find? No.
Impingement.
Is it arising of the consciousness?
Yeah,
arising of the sense consciousness.
All the 52 will arise together with consciousness. So it's not so specific. This is a very general. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
How about Brother Ko? Brother Ko, he studied Abhidhamma for some. Is Brother Ko here? Brother Ko, okay, can you give an example? Yeah.
Example, I don't know, but then I think touch may be another term which is easier to understand. Touch.
Touch. Okay, touch. All right. Yeah, this is touch. Okay. So
Because I
let's say,
think seemingly quite difficult to find.
okay, just a touch. Okay. So touch only. Okay. So everybody agree, right? Contact means touch between what? Okay. Or we can put just more information between the what? Consciousness, or maybe this one. Okay. Mentally touch. Okay. So the idea is just touching. Let me just consciously mentally touches the object that has appeared. Okay. It's like we call it not physically touch, it's just mentally the consciousness, the chitta, touch the object. That's how the contact, the function of this contact. It's actually, when you learn this, it's very interesting, you can apply this in meditation. For example, you see something, the mind really mentally touch the object, or the object comes and touch the mind, whatever. Okay, so we just use the word, I think mental touch is easier. Consciousness touch the object, maybe this one better. Okay, so maybe just consciousness. Consciousness, we just use the word chitta, mentally touches the object. Okay. I'll make it smaller. Okay, so we have the first example here already. So this is for the contact. All right, everybody agree, right? Okay. Now let's go for second one. Feeling, all right? Vedana, experiencing the object. So I think the book here also give a very good example. So we read and then we find, all right, the simile. Okay, somebody, next person, Guiwa, are you able to read, Guiwa? Vira?
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. Yes.
Number 2, feeling. Vedana. Feeling is the mental factor that feels the object. It is the affective mode in which the object is experienced. The Pali word Vedana does not signify emotion. It appears to be a complex phenomenon involving a variety of concomitant mental factors. But the bare affective quality of an experience, which may be either pleasant, painful, or neutral. Feelings is said to have the characteristic of being felt. Vedayita. Its function is experiencing, or its function is to enjoy the desirable aspect of the object. Its manifestation is the releasing of the associated mental factors. Its proximate cause is tranquility, whereas the other mental factors experience the objects only derivatively. Feeling experiences it directly and fully. In this respect, the other factors are compared to a cook who prepares a dish for a king and only samples the food while preparing it, while feeling is compared to the king who enjoys the meal as much as he likes.
Okay, good. Now, can you find the simile here?
The cook,
Vira?
the king, cook who prepares a dish for the king, and and the king can sample it, can eat, and he tastes it.
So
the cook only can
just prepare, yeah?
Just prepare the food.
Okay, so the feeling is compared with the king, all right, who enjoy the meal as much as he like. So you can see the feeling has the meaning of experiencing. So we already say that just now. It has the characteristic of experiencing. That's the first one. And also enjoy, the feeling enjoy, relish me. So you can see the feeling is really enjoying the object. Just like the king enjoy. All right. So that's the thing we want. So this one. King enjoy the meal. Okay, we got the second one already. Okay, now third one, sanya. Okay, so the pasa is the chitta mentally touches the object. All right, this is the pasa. Purpose of this pasa, mentally touch. Vedana is not just cook, but the king enjoy the meal, is really enjoying, experiencing. So just now the word have the word. Okay. Now sanya. Okay, sanya means perception, marking the object by the way of features. Okay, so this is very just an idea, but we'll look at the text and try to find what is actually sanya. Similarly given. Okay, next person. MK Yong, we invite the newcomer. MK Yong, can you read this one? MK Yong. Perception. Are you able to read MK Yong? Okay. Okay, no, we look for So Kian Bing. Okay, I think they are all newcomer. Okay, then okay, if not, just Thomas. Okay. Thomas?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thomas? Yeah.
Perception, sanya. The characteristic of perception is the perceiving of the qualities of the object. Its function is to make a sign as a condition for perceiving again that this is the same, or its function is recognizing what has been previously perceived. It becomes manifest as the interpreting of the object, abhinivesa, by way of the features that had been apprehended. Its proximate cause is the object as it appears. Its procedure is compared to a carpenter's recognition of certain kinds of wood by the mark he has made on each.
Okay, so what do you think the simile is? Thomas?
The simile is the carpenter.
Okay, carpenter making the mark, right?
Yes.
Mark on the wood. Yeah, yeah. So sanya is because the carpenter, before they cut the wood, they need to make the mark. So they will prevent it from cutting wrongly. So they make a mark. So next time they'll be able to cut it. It's for them to memorize the object, the feature. Like when you see somebody for first time, you try to memorize, oh, this is a man, this is a woman, this is somebody I know before, this is somebody I never see before. So after that, when you see the person again, you'll be able to recognize the person immediately. All right, sanya. Now, chetana means translate as a motivation, volition, or stimulation. So the Buddha says chetana is the one that create karma. But of course, not all the 89 chitta will create karma. This is just up to now, we are talking about the function of chetana. So let's look at the chetana here. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Let's next one. Simon Hui. Simon Hui? Okay.
Yes.
Can you read? Simon Hui. Yes. Number 4.
Volition.
Yes.
My mic is okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Volition, Satana. Satana from the same word as Sita. Is the mental factors that is concerned with the actualization of a goal. That is the collective or volitional aspect of cognition. As this is when the volition. The complementaries explain that the Chitana organized is associated mental factors in the acting upon the object. Its characteristic is the state of the willing. Its function is to accumulate karma, and its magnification is the coordination. It approximates cause is the associated state. Just as a chef pupil resign his own lessons and also make the other pupils resign their lessons. So when volition start to work on its object, it sets the association state to do their own task as well. Volition
Okay.
is the,
Yeah, continue. Yeah, yes, sir. So please
volition
continue.
is the most significant mental factors in generating karma, since it is a volition that determines the ethical quality of the action.
Okay. So what do you think is a simile here?
Is the chef, chief student, the chief pupil.
Yeah, chief pupil. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Apart from he's doing his own lesson, he has to make keeping other students in the lessons.
Oh, yeah, true. So besides he recite the lesson, he has to motivate other students to
Yeah.
recite. So it's a chief, like class monitor, you know, it's like chief pupil or class monitor that in charge. So he motivate. So the meaning is motivate. He motivate himself, motivate other students to recite the lesson. So chief pupil. Okay. So
Yeah.
now we thank you.
I get
All
a
right.
problem. It's the
Yes.
Chinese that the Chinese C is not not so compatible to the English, is it?
This one, Chetana.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Chetana.
Chetana. Chetana, not the Chitana.
Che.
Chetana.
Chetana.
Chetana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ka cha 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 cha. Chetana. Si Chetana. All right. Okay, thank you. All right, now we go for the Ekagata. All right. Doris.
Sayaji, this is Shinling. Can I
Okay,
ask
Shinling. Yes,
about
yes.
Chetana?
Okay. Yes.
Is it the same as Sankara?
Sankara is a very wild term. It's a very big term. Sankara is, it can be like condition, mental factors, mental factor also sankara, because sankara means everything in the whole world that arise, pass away is a sankara. In the dependent origination, this sankara you can say is also karma. It's only from one aspect. All right, but the term sankara is very wild, very general. Okay.
How about in the Panchakanda, 5 aggregates?
No, the sankara there is also okay. You want, I can show you. All right, it's just now the okay. Let's go for this one. Okay, so open. Okay, you are talking about this sankara, right? Do you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are talking about 52. All right, 52 here. Today we are learning 52. So Vedana we already studied just now. Okay. Sanya we already studied just now. So when you take out these two, so you're only remaining 50. All right. So this sankara is not just the chetana. It has 50 in it. So is beside the 52, you minus the Vedana and Sanya. So remaining 50 are commonly called sankara. So that's why is the translation is called mental formations, but this is very general because there are 50 of them. But in the dependent origination, sankara will be to do with the Abhidhamma will be to do with karma, because dependent origination is talking about the rounds of rebirth, and the one that create karma it can be called sankara there. But this sankara here in 5 aggregate is very general. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we continue the number 5. We still have how many to left? So today we will go through this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6, 7. All right. So we go for Ekagata. All right. Shilin, you lead this one.
Okay. One-pointedness Ekagata. This is the unification of the mind on its object. Although this factor comes to prominence in the jhanas, where it functions as a jhana factor, the Abhidhamma teaches that the germ of that capacity for mental unification is present in all types of consciousness, even the most rudimentary. It there functions as the factor which fixes the mind on its object. One-pointedness has non-wandering or non-distraction as its characteristic. Its function is to conglomerate or unite the associated states. It is manifested as peace, and its approximate cause is happiness.
Okay, thank you. So this one-pointedness, you always heard about for those who are practicing jhana or try to get deep jhana. So basically, what is jhana? Jhana is this one. Okay, ekagata. 1 point. Eka, aga. Actually, it's two words. Eka and aga and ta. Eka is one. Aga is like agawati. Agawati means 1 point or one end. So eka, aga, and ta. So in the jhana, it functions as jhana factor. And this one actually exists in all the 89 chitta. But here it is very rudimentary, means very basic. What's the very basic here? It just simply fix the mind. Fix the mind on object. So when we say jhana, what is jhana? Jhana means ekagata. And what is ekagata? Means very simple. You need to fix the mind on the object. So jhana is fix the mind on the object. So it has the non-wandering, non-distraction as a characteristic. Okay, and so on. So how do you know when you get jhana? Peace, all right? And proximate cause, when you have happy mind, very easy for you to get this one-pointedness. Now, what is the simile can given here? Anybody can try for this point. What is a simile or what is a comparison that we can give for this ekagata? Okay?
Bullseye.
Sorry?
Bullseye. That means the dart, when they throw the dart, you hit the bullseye.
Bullseye. Or you mean the arrow?
Ah,
Arrow fits on one bullseye.
yeah, hit on the red dot lah.
So, but this is talking about exact spot, right? You're talking about on the exact spot, right?
Yeah, but that means this is direct to the object, ma.
Oh, okay. All right. So it means the exact spot, right? Blue eye means exact spot. It's not other spot. You're talking about this one, right? I
Yes.
think you read this one before. Some simile. I also heard about this, but it sounds very difficult to do this one. Fix exactly. All right. Fix exactly on the object. Maybe this one also can. Okay. Any other example? Anybody who studied before?
I never studied before.
Okay, you can try.
What about magnifying glass and then focusing
Yeah, okay, that's also good. Easy.
Yeah.
All right.
focusing on
So yeah, magnifying glass. All right. Yeah, this is actually easy. You just fix on one spot. Okay, that's good also. Because magnifying glass must have fixed it for some time, then it can burn, whatever. Yeah, this is so good. Okay, now we go for 6. Jivita. Okay, for this one, I just write down this one. For those, Eka is 1, okay? You have the Eka. Yeah, Eka 1. Aga is point, okay? Eka 1, and then the Ta. Ta is a state. So 1 pointedness. Eka, aga, Ta. Yes, a barcode. Barcode, right? Yeah, sometimes I have to differentiate your voice.
Yes.
Okay.
How can it be manifested as peace? For example, if it's associated with dosa chitta, because this is universal, so it also
Yeah, right. Yes. Okay. This one is, we are talking about very general. Here at this point, because we are talking about universal, this is all these 7 are universal Cetasika. They are very general. So here they will be talking more on the, maybe on the positive side, not on the negative side. All right. Yes, of course, when you have the dosa chitta, you don't have peace at all. So we just look at from the positive side, Brother Ko. Okay.
Okay, similarly on the proximate
Yeah.
cause, happiness, because there is a lot of feelings which is neutral. Majority of the chittas are neutral feelings. So
yeah,
how can
I
it be?
think this one it actually try to explain more on the jhana, Yeah, it try to explain from the aspect of jhana, because this is a commentary. This part is a explanation notes. So it more trying to explain the jhana factors. Okay. But actually ekagata means just unification of the mind on the object. That's all. Because even a simple object, the mind must unite with it. Okay. So this part, just take it as talking more on the jhana. All right, Badako?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, now next one. All right, so Chong Pak Lan. Can you read? I have to ask new person. No, okay. Then next one. Yes, you can read
Okay.
this one.
Yeah,
Number
okay.
6. All right.
Thank you. Mental life faculty, Jivitindriya. There are two kinds of life faculty. The mental, which vitalizes the associated mental states, and the physical, which vitalizes material phenomena. The mental life faculty alone is intended as a Cetasika. It has the characteristics of maintaining the associated mental states, the function of making them occur, manifestation as the establishing of their presence, and its proximate cause is the mental states to be maintained.
Okay. So can you guess what is the simile for this one? Jivindriya. Okay, Jivita and Indriya. Anybody?
I can't understand.
You
Sorry.
can't. All right. So it's talking about when we study the Rupa, we have the life faculty. Life faculty means something that make the life, like our body needs something that make the body alive. So for the mind, with the mental, we also need something to make our chitta and cetasika alive. Just keep it alive. That's a simple. Just keep it alive. Here, so this mental life faculty is different from the rupa. The rupa, jivita, rupa is the body side. So this is talking about mental side. So this is also cetasika. So characteristic means it maintain. So manifestation means it may it continue to exist. All right. So any simile, Brother Ko, can you remember?
I'm not too sure, but I think alive, keeping alive would be quite close to it, I think.
Keeping alive. Okay.
Uh,
All right. So yeah, keeping alive. Okay. Yeah. Keep alive. Okay. So I remember another simile. It's like a
supporting a
boat.
life.
A boat that bring the what? How you call it? The one that row the boat. Bring the boat that bring the customer and itself to the other. Carry to other bank. Okay. The boat carry itself to other bank. The boat also bring the customer, carry the passenger to other bank.
or boat rover,
A boat rower, yeah.
ROWER.
Boat rower, okay, boat rower.
How about the breath that maintain the body to be alive?
Oh,
The
no, not the breath here. Breath is another time. This, we are talking about Cetasika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
the support of life.
Boat rower, yeah. So the boat, when the person row the boat, it carry himself and other passengers to the other bank. So when he row the boat, he goes to the other bank. The passenger also carry to other bank. All right. So it's like keeping it alive. Okay. So I think Manaska is easier to understand. So, okay. All right. So next person. But sometimes difficult for me to see the name here. Shu Hua Gan. Gan Shu Hua. All right. Gan Shu
Okay.
Hua. Okay.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Attention, manasikara. The Pali word literally means making in the mind. Attention is the mental factor responsible for the mind's advertence to the object, by virtue of which the object is made present to consciousness. Its characteristic is the conducting sarana of the associated mental states towards the object. Its function is to yoke the associated states to the object. It is manifested as confrontation with an object, and its proximate cause is the object. Attention is like the rudder of a ship which directs it to its destination, or like a charioteer who sends the well-trained horses, there is the associated states, towards their destination, that is the object. Manasikara should be distinguished from Vitaka. While the former turns in its concomitants towards the object, the later applies them onto the object. Manasikara is an indispensable cognitive factor present in all states of consciousness, whereas Vitaka is a specialized factor which is not indispensable to cognition.
All right. Okay, so attention here, the example given is like charioteer, all right, who send the well-trained horses towards their destination. Okay, so this one I think is very good. So it's actually direct. You can see it direct the horses, you know, because it just pull the string, the horse will be able to turn left, turn right, according to this one. All right. So after that, you will learn about Vitaka. So Manasikala and Vitaka, these two sound very similar. One is direct. Another one, just like I already mentioned, is Vitaka is the one that turns towards the object. All right. So here also, putting the mind or turns, okay, or turns. Sometimes they have different English, so we can turn towards the object. So sometimes it's good to have different kind of reading. So everybody, all the teacher, the writer, they will write in different way. All right, but at least Manasikala and Vitaka, this adverb direct, like the character direct the horses. Next one you learn Vitaka is like putting the mind or turns the mind. This one we study next week. I think enough for us. So how many we study already? So this is actually we only studied 7 of them. Yeah.
Jadi
Okay.
the turns towards the object is for Manasikara, it's not for Vitaka.
Yeah. Manasikara is direct, okay? So Vitaka, let's see. Where the later former
Applies them onto the object.
Okay, okay.
So this
Okay,
one
okay.
turns towards the object is for Manasikara.
Okay, okay, sorry. Yeah. So this one applies onto the object. Okay. Okay, so this one is applies. Same, okay? Applies on the object. So this one is what? Turns, okay? So it says turns towards the object. So also another English turns. Okay, right? Buttercup? Yeah. Right. So Manasikara direct. So you can see the meaning is same. Attention. Manasikara. When we say wise attention, unwise attention is this Manasikara. So adverb direct turns. It's just a character, it direct the horses. So you just need to pull one string, then the horses will turn to the left or forward. Even the horses, sometimes they cover it, so the horses cannot see the side of the people. You know, by basing on the string, then the horses will know where to go. So this one, we will study these 6 in the next week. Okay, today you only learn 7 of them only. Okay, beside the other terms, Anya Samana, common to the other. Common to the other better. Common to the other. 13, the first group you learn is 7. Pasa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivindriya. So you learn the Pali and then you remember the English. Contact, feeling, perception, motivation, volition, stimulation, one-pointedness, faculty of life, Manasikala, attention. Then after that, how you trying to remember? You try to remember the Pali, the English. Okay, so remember the Pali first. So that's how you learn. Remember the Pali because we are learning the Buddha teaching. Then remember the English translation. Then the meaning. Okay. Now you explain in the simile, that simple example here. Okay. Like the pasa means mental touch. Vedana means like the king really enjoy the feeling, the meal. Sanya is like carpenter making the mark. Chetana is like chief pupil motivates other student to read, to recite. So one pointedness just fix on one location, one object. Jivindriya means keep the mind alive. Manasikara means the character, direct the horses, okay? And then after that, we will compare with other things next week. So all these seven will arise with any of the chitta. So 89 or 1-to-1 chitta, they will arise with these 7 because they perform the most rudimentary, means very basic, essential, connective. Connective means knowing the object or the sense. Cognitive, very easy, just means the awareness. All right. And remember, we are talking about chitta and cetasika. So chitta is the main one. When the chitta arises, it will accompany with some, not all, but minimally the 7 mentioned just now must come. And then their function will be these 4. All right. So before, remember this one, you remember the king is like the king traveling with the retinue. So the most important is the king. King is the chitta. Retinue is a cetasika, 52. But of course, not all the 52 will come, only some. So when the chitta and cetasika come, they will arise together, they cease together, arise together, pass away together, having the same object, all right, like eye consciousness with the sight. Cetasika also take the sight, having the same base, retina. So that's how. So today you only learn about 2 pages. But that's very good for you to contemplate in your life. Okay, so today we are only the first group, 52 divided to 13, 14, 25. 13 is Anya Samana, common to all, Kusala, Akusala, and others also. Unwholesome, 14, and beautiful, 25. All right. Okay, so you all survived the Abhidhamma so far. Okay, who is the first time that learned Abhidhamma? Raise your hand or show your video. At least for those who just joined today, you can show your video. Okay, I'll stop the sharing. So if you feel shy, okay, you can just raise your hand and turn on your video today. All right. Simon Hui, yes. Ngong Nyok Heng, all right. Who is the first time also? Raise your hand and show your video. Thomas also first time, right? Ashin Chana, you're the first time. So, Doris also first time. Okay, who else? Okay, today you only learn 7 only, 7. But this 7 is actually very important because every time in our life, at every moment you see me or I see you or you hear a sound, these 7 will arise. So they are very fundamental and they are very good to contemplate in meditation. Okay, every time you hear the sound or your mind touch the object, there will be feeling, good or bad feeling. All right. After that, then there will be some perception. Even when you hear the sound for first time, you will start to, if you notice that when you hear the bird, you will try to identify, oh, which kind of bird, That's why my children sometimes when we have the children class here, I will say you're all as noisy as a crow. You know why? Because when the children not here during the children Dharma camp, the bird with a very good sound, the bird chit, 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 very sound very nice. But when the children come, they're chuk, 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 chuk. So I say you all sound like crow, another types of bird. So the perception of the sound come anytime. So there's sanya. So then the mind will focus on the sound. So there's a ekagata. Then the chetana. Chetana is a stimulation and so on. So you can contemplate these 7 for your meditation. Okay. So they are very helpful if you want to meditate on them. And you see Abhidhamma in daily life, Some of you are helping me with the book. Thank you, Thomas, and then Mengse and Brother Ko also. Okay, so we will stop now. So I also tired already, 1.5 hours. So we have a brief sharing of merits. May we share our merits with our departed who have passed away. My father also passed away. My grandmother also passed away, right? So may whatever good deeds we have of learning Abhidhamma and let us contemplate them in our meditation So may these good days be shared with all the departed ones and all the sentient beings. May they who have passed away be born in a happy place, born as a human, let them born in a good place, free from war, famine, and disease. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you for joining in. So, for those who are taking the exam, if you got question, you can stay back. If no question, whoever want to leave can leave now. So I will just check for those who are taking the exam. All right. Okay.
Thank you, Saiji.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saiji.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Who
Thank
want to
you.
ask question, you can stay. All right. For those who don't have anything to ask, you can leave now. All right. So we narrow down. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Saiji, what is the syllabus like? Since we are having exam.
I told you already. From the first chapter, second chapter, Paramata, and then the Sammuti, and then the what history. I will just skip the history. Okay. So the Paramata Satya and Sammuti Satya, and then the so far you only learn this one 31 plane of existence, and then the Lupa and Cetasika. Up to now, Cetasika only.
Oh, so it depends on until where it is being covered lah.
Yeah, we will finish the Cetasika by hopefully another. Now is 12 day. I think we still have how many weeks? 2 weeks. 2 times.
Three times, I think.
3
2
times.
times.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah, but I will not finish up to the syllabus. Okay. So if I finish up to half of the Cetasika, I will ask half the Cetasika. It will not be so difficult, but it will not be so easy also. But whatever homework you do is very helpful for you. That's a very good hint already. All right.
Okay.
You okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Michael Tay. Yes, you can take exam if you want. Okay. Michael Tay, you want to upgrade? You are in a free easy, right, Michael? Do you want to change the certificate to encourage yourself to try harder? Michael? Yeah, for those who want free easy also can take exam, just challenge yourself. Yes, Michael?
I only take the diploma. I took the diploma. Hello. Hello.
Is Saiji line probably frozen? Looks like frozen. They had to wait for her to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like her line still frozen or locked off already. Had to wait for a while, see whether she'll come back or not.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Ko.
Yeah, welcome. Because I think the line there frequently got interrupted.
Because I started that time is on the Rupa, so I missed the front one, all the Atisa Samapara, all this before that
You can go back to the YouTube or which Saji share, I think, or her channel, Agachara channel, YouTube channel. Maybe you can go back to look at the past lessons.
The notes are all there. Eh?
Yeah, but you may have to go and search for it lah.
Okay.
Or you can WhatsApp Saji and then ask for the list of past lessons because she got a few series, you see, so it might be mixed up.
Okay.
Looks like she's not able to come back, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe the line is problem. Then they use the WhatsApp to ask her.
Okay. I ask her in the WhatsApp. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Brother Ko.
Okay, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Jane.